Lovejoy with KGNC News Radio. I'm joined today by Mr. Kerry Haney. He's running for Constable in Precinct 4 of Potter County in the upcoming March primary. Welcome, Mr. Haney, to KGNC.
Thank you, Mr. Lovejoy.
First off, tell the people a little bit about you.
Well, I'm the third child of 7 children. I was born and raised, I was born in Houston, Texas. I moved to the city of Amarillo in 1971. I graduated from high school here in 1981. Went on to live in Arkansas for about 20 years. I went to the University of Central Arkansas, where I got a bachelor's degree in political science and English, and then went on to the University of Arkansas at Little Rock, where I obtained my Juris Doctorate, my law degree. And then I returned to the state of Texas, set for the Texas bar, and I've been practicing law here in Amarillo now for about 9 years.
9 years. Now, what type of law do you practice? Are you a defense attorney? What type of work do you do every day in your law practice?
Well, I do what they call the general practice. I do criminal defense. I do family law. I do real estate draftings. I do wills and probates.
Right.
And if you catch me on the right day, on the right time, I can set up a business organization for you.
Wow. Now, today in the political climate, sometimes the chore is getting people to seek an office, to represent office, because
yes,
it's a little tough sometimes. Me and you are not too far in age, and we remember when there was not 24-hour news networks and everything wasn't. Now that's changed. Tell the people why you're seeking an office.
Well, my principal reason for seeking an office is to give the people a choice. There should never be a time when the incumbent, whether the incumbent is a Republican or a Democrat or an independent for that matter, where they believe that because they've been elected to an office that nobody should challenge them for it. The people deserve the opportunity to decide between one candidate or another. So that was my motivation for running, to give the people a choice.
Yeah, let's see, which is what our democratic system is about.
Exactly.
Now, the constable office in Potter and Randall County has kind of gone through a sort of a metamorphosis over the years. And for years, they haggle with the Potter County Court, the system, about even having a constable's office, and then the funding of a constable office, and so on and so on. Now they're pretty well established in our community. The constable office in both the counties are pretty well filled and standard. The duties of a constable are kind of unique. They handle some things that a sheriff's department would do, or a police department would do. If you're elected to this job, what are some of the things that you would concentrate on as the constable of Precinct 4?
Well, the primary responsibility as defined by the Texas Constitution for the constable is that they serve as the bailiff for the JP precinct that they're connected with. When the JP court has matters before it, that's their job, to be the bailiff. In addition to that, they also serve writs, they serve process, they are the custodians of property that has been seized to satisfy a judgment, and they also have the opportunity, if they so desire, to go out and patrol in their precinct. My understanding is that anything that the sheriff's department would do, that the constable would do also.
Right.
It's also my understanding that they are more or less an extension of the sheriff's department. So I would concentrate on doing the job that is described in the Constitution for the constable to do.
Right.
And then to see if there's anything that the sheriff's department needed my assistance in. And then just kind of patrol throughout my precinct to make sure that people are aware that as a constable, I'm there to provide them any public safety needs that they have. Get dogs and cats out of trees. I mean,
Right.
I've never seen a dog in a tree, but you never know.
You never know. It's a
In
strange
this
world.
day and age.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know that there was any one place that I would say that I would concentrate. I would just do what I could to be the best constable that I know how to be.
And along those lines of that questioning there, right now, do you have any things or initiatives or plans or programs that if you're elected, that you would like to see happen in the constable's office or in Precinct 4 in the duties of a constable?
Well, David, I don't know that there's anything that I have as far as an initiative. I would be interested in seeing something done about the pool out at Thompson Park. I mean, when you take away the things that children have to do in the summer, that basically provide them with an alternative to getting in trouble, and you take those things away from them, like shutting down the pool, you're just asking for these kids to go out and get into trouble. So let's do what needs to be done, fix the pool, open it back up, give these people a place to play, and you know, that in and of itself, I believe, would contribute toward reducing our juveniles being in trouble.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's not necessarily something that the constable is one of their duties as far as their job goes.
Right.
But it would be something that I would be interested in seeing happen,
Yeah.
because I think by extension it would probably reduce the amount of work that I would have to do. People are going to get in trouble. I mean, as an attorney, I know people are going to get in trouble because if a person has a mind to do something, they're going to do it. So, but I don't really have any laundry list of things that I feel need to be done.
Just get in, jump in, do the work that's already laid out in the Constitution, the Texas Constitution, and do what's laid out there.
Yeah, just do my job.
That's it. That's it. Now, we're running up to a primary, and then you'll face off in the fall against a Democratic challenger, the winner of the primary.
Right.
There's one opponent in your Republican primary. What would you tell the people listening makes you the ideal choice to represent your party, represent your state, your county, and your city as the constable of Precinct 4?
Well, this is generally the place where someone says something ugly and nasty and untoward about their opponent. I've made a commitment that I'm not going there. That said, I don't know anything about my opponent. I know that the list, his listing on his filings, lists his job as a warehouse man. I don't know what that is. I've never met the man. I don't know anything about him other than his name and his occupation and his address from his listings. But I also haven't heard anything about him as I've been out campaigning, which makes me wonder. I haven't seen any of his signage. I haven't read any literature about him, so I don't know. I know that I'm committed to going out and knocking on doors, shaking people's hands, letting people see my face, give them a chance, an opportunity to see who I am. I have a website that I built myself, and it's got some information on there about me. I've got a phone number, a dedicated line that is only for my campaign. And if somebody has a question that they want answered, whether it be about my campaign or how they get registered to vote or am I qualified to vote, feel free to call me. I'm not shy about answering questions at all. I would say that given that I'm committed to campaigning, that from what I can see, I would be the better candidate because I'm in the community.
Right there.
You know, I want people to know who they're voting for.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go door to door and knocking on doors. I'm not going to sit back and expect a Facebook campaign or an internet campaign to get the people informed about me.
You want to see them face to face.
I want them to see me face to face, exactly.
That's sort of a refreshing take in the era of politics we have right now, probably for the last 10 to 15 years, where it isn't a personal attack and fight. And so someone coming in saying, I want to do a job, and okay, this might be my opponent, but my focus is the job of the people I want to represent.
Yes.
Instead of dragging and name calling and backbiting, it's about the issues for you.
Yes,
So
sir.
that's refreshing to see in this age of politics.
Right.
Thank you, sir. Kerry Haney, KerryHaneyCampaign.com is his website. You can find out more about him, get to know the candidates. As a veteran, as a citizen, as a proud Texan, it's your duty, it's your responsibility to vote and elect the officials that you want to represent you in government. And one of the biggest things we have to do as citizens is know these candidates. It's not a beauty contest. It's not a popularity contest. It's your job to decipher what you want to see and what you want. Your government is you. People always say, the government. Well, that's you. That's me. And it's our job to do that. And with Mr. Haney coming into KGNC and telling people simply who he is and what he does and how he wants to do it and how he wants to represent the people is democracy in action. So I thank you so much for taking time out. I know you had a busy schedule this week, and so fitness in was great, and we thank you for that. And good luck in your campaign. Don't forget, the last day to register to vote in the primaries is February 3rd. And if you want any information on Mr. Kerry Haney, KerryHaneyCampaign.com, running for Potter County Constable in Precinct 4. Thank you so much, Mr. Haney.
Thank you for having me, David.